Okay, guys, I'm Johnny Snowball. This is Chase the Heat. Sorry about that. Having a technical glitch on my end. I'm Johnny Scoville, not Johnny Technology. Hello, my love. Good to see you. I'm going to be doing a little bit of tincture from Grizzly Heat Griffin. Hi, Keith. Mr. Feeney. Good to see you. Thank you guys for joining me. We're going to be, I'll wait a few minutes till we'll get started. I've got some grapes to munch on. Some great grapes today. Have some tincture I've got from Grizzly Heat Griffin. Black and white. Are you guys seeing this live stream in black and white? I'm seeing color on my end. It's red. It's color on my end. You know, I really love black and white pictures. Sometimes I prefer black and white pictures. Fire in the bayou. Good to see you. Pond's pepper powder. Good to see you too. Mojito Mike outdoors. Any remedies for ulcers and hot and for ulcers and hot stuff? They don't go well together. Hot stuff doesn't create ulcers, but it'll diagnose one. I would talk to a doctor. I'm just a chili head. Sorry going through that. Pat, so good to see you, dude. Johnny Jr., good to see you. My man. It is weird lighting. I think it's just the lighting. So anyway, let me start off. I want to say a big shout out to Grizzly Heat Griffin, Honey Bear. It's an interesting thing. My tolerance is about as low right now as it's been. I can't remember the last time it was this low. For real. Beginning of the season, maybe. Just kind of washed out. So anyway, I'm going to do some tincture from Grizzly Heat Griffin, Honey Bear. It's got a great aroma. Yeah, sorry I had a problem. Michael Moran, you got to be kidding me. So glad to see you, guy. It's a good man right there. I'm Johnny Scoville, guys. Let's get the show started. Oh, that's beautiful. There's a beautiful sweetness in there. And it's hot. Don't know what kind of pepper he uses, but it's beautiful. It's sweet. Got wonderful sweetness to it. Gosh, I'll probably come back and have some more of that in a little bit. I want to get some questions and talk to you guys a little bit. Uh, yeah, Keith, Honey Bear is awesome. Let's see, where am I? The audio is horrible. Is the audio horrible for everybody? Got a good signal here. Good to see you, Greg F. Got everybody, all those people who bought the memorabilia last week. You may have gotten it already. I think it went out Monday or Tuesday. So you may have got it, you may not. Is it looking shoddy? Yeah, I got it. A tech guy. No, it's right here. Is it right here? Wow. Is it bad on your end? Is it really? Horrible? Is it worth doing or should I not do it? Is it so? Let me ask you guys a question. I can't really fix it. I can't tell that it's glitching. Do you guys want to scratch this for tonight? Or is it okay to do? Is it so bad that it's insufferable? Can you guys hear me okay? I know what it's like to sit there and watch a video where it's all glitchy and buffering. No bueno. Is it okay to continue? Can you guys see me okay? Or is this a drag for you? Sound is good. I guess maybe regional. We'll continue. Heat of the Nightmare. Host of the Nightmare, sorry. Good to see you. Corey Anderson. Thank you. Right. Crusty buns. You got to be kidding me. Good to see you. We're going to continue on then. Tincture's great. I have a little more. Now, listen, today I'm going to be doing a live stream for memorabilia that's international only, or out of the country only, I should say. Tonight's just for US. I will be doing one probably next week. It'll be just for out of the country. So, no, that's coming. What we're going to do today is I have 5 different items we're going to do today. I'm freezing constantly. Man, it's no good if it's terrible. I guess it's regional. I'm going to keep doing it, I guess. The video is lagging, not the audio. All right. Well, then we'll do the audio. Just respond to the audio. Anybody who's going to be doing any kind of donation or any kind of bid for any of the items, it has to be done through the PayPal, which is in the description box. Also, I'll have John Jr. throw it in the link. Don't do it through PayPal. Please don't do it through PayPal. I don't feel like sharing 30% of your money with them. So here's what we're going to do. Um, Now, see, some people are saying it's hard to hear. Some people are saying it's hard to, the audio is fine, but the visual is bad. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll just talk for a little bit. I'll do some question and answer, and we'll do it's going to be too hard. See, the problem with it, there's a lot of interaction when you do an auction, and that's going to be almost impossible the way it's going. So we'll just do question and answer right now, and we'll forego the auction. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. Don't do it through YouTube. Yeah, don't do it through YouTube, please. YouTube super chat means YouTube. If you do it through YouTube, that is equivalent to super chat. They take mafia wage a cut out of it. I have some really cool, man. Through like grape went down the wrong way. Does anybody have any questions, you guys? Mr. Salty, good to see you. Hi, Landon. Alberto says, I got you into eating fresh hot peppers. Cool. It was always in you. I just got the spark started. It must be a YouTube thing. How many times Fire on the Bayou wants to know how about I had calf cramps? This month, it would be impossible to even come up with a number. Hundreds and hundreds of times. It's really bad because you have to understand I've done 3,000, uh, 340 videos or something like that. 300 and, I don't know, or maybe it's four. I'm not sure how many challenges. Just an awful lot of challenges. So I've had a lot of calf cramps. Here's the thing about calf cramps. The higher your tolerance gets in your mouth, it kind of goes, your tolerance is all over your body. And tolerance in your stomach takes time to build. Just like tolerance in your mouth, it just takes more time. It builds much slower. Host of the Nightmare says, I want to send you some peppers later this season, starting a new plan. Would that be possible? Uh, well, here's the thing. Well, I'd love that. Good you brought that up because I have a kind of an announcement to make. Monday, I have a travel agent that is here in Fort Mill. She specializes in Australian travel. Australia is opening up on the 22nd of this month. That's very exciting. So, um, Monday, I'm going to buy a ticket to go. So, I already have the money. I already have the money credit. I'm just going to apply it to the new ticket. At any rate, I'm not sure when that's going to be. So, and, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've got four. This would be the fifth flight I've scheduled to move there. Number five. I've never announced a date. I don't know if anybody's paid attention. The last four, I told you when it was canceled, but I never told you I had it. This is the first time I've told you I got a ticket in the process. I'm not going to tell you when though. It'll just happen one day. You'll see a video. It'll be me and Bree sitting. I'll be in Australia. So, but that's coming up soon. So as far as I'm not sure once you email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com, host of the nightmare. Let me see what your time frame might be. I'll know more Monday when I find out when flights are available. Because just because it's opened up, you got to understand everybody that's been on hold wanting to go to Australia is now fighting to get on the next plane out. So I'll know more on Monday. Floyd, good to see you, man. The real Mahoney from Boston. Good to see you. I had a lot of fun in Boston. Yeah, we won't do the politics thing next this week. But tell you what, I'm a man of faith. That tells me anything. Pat crimps are a sign that you're alive if you embrace it. Keith, Andrew Pepper Patch. You know what's funny? I can take cat cramps don't bother me until they get about like up to a 4 on my scale of 1 to 10. They aren't too bad. It's not such a big deal. Anything over that 4, I'm not really having fun anymore. 5, I can't really focus on work anymore. It's sort of a drag, but it happens. But just know that you're not going to die from it. I've had some that made me. I had my phone on 911 queued up with my at least for 3 or 4 hours one night. So I'm in like pain that was just gripping. But then you do in that moment, you do the math. You think to myself, okay, I'm going to go to the hospital. Doctor's going to say, what's wrong with you? I got to treat you. What'd you do? I injected some plutonium, doctor. Why would you do that, sir? I would tell him I have a YouTube channel, and then level of care would probably drop. He'd just give me some milk. I don't think they'd pump your stomach. I think the trauma to your body of pumping your stomach would be more expensive and a lot more traumatic, I think, than just going through it. Plus, a better lesson learned when you go through it. The best lesson learned with cat cramps is they're not going to kill you. It'll be a bummer, but it won't kill you. Trisha Stewart, I'll be sorry. Good to see you. I'm really excited to go to. Is the video still horrible? Are we still just working with audio here, people? One other thing I have that I'm thinking about auctioning this off, not tonight, but these are all 10 of the tubes from the 10 tube challenge. After each one on video, I sign them. So all 10 are in here. And the other cool thing that's in here is the 11th one I ate an hour after the video. But also this, which was the 10 tube, the spoon I used in the 10 tube challenge. So think about auctioning off those. I think that would be kind of silly to auction those off one at a time, or maybe I should do them one at a time. Or just like somebody would want the whole group of them. I don't know. It's laggy and sticky. Man, that's a drag. Hot Sauce Junkie Tim, shut up, man. That's a good guy right there. If you guys don't know who Hot Sauce Junkie Tim is, where you been? Go check him out. Great guy. Chili head. I met him years ago. Remember that? Chicago. Like, I don't even know what year it was. A long time ago. Seems like a lifetime ago, actually. About 3,000 videos ago, I would say. Thank you, Way of Balance. That's my favorite hot sauce. You know what? I don't know. I'm a hot sauce floozy. Whatever hot sauce that I picked is for giving me, if I pick the right one, that's my favorite in the moment. Change the next day. I have some that are my go-to favorites, but I don't really have a favorite. Yeah, that was crazy. That was brutal, Tim. You know what's really funny? That's the reason I'm reluctant to sell those tubes is because that may end up needing to go in a case. Because of all the challenges I've done and all the contests I've been in, I've been in so many. That was without a doubt the worst. I was stunned that we found 8 people willing to even give it a shot. Like I'm serious, and that 4 people finished it. That's mind-boggling to me. That was a crazy challenge. So I don't know if considering of all the videos I've ever done, that's without a doubt that was the craziest. Just going into it, I remember when they called me, like, I got an idea for you. Don't say no. How about a 10 tube challenge? I remember saying 10 tubes of what? Didn't possibly think. I said 10 tubes of terrorist. That yeah, it's crazy. What spicy thing gave me the worst cramps? Plutonium. 1, 2, and 3, but 2 was severe. What's the starting bid for the YouTube play button? Right? I don't know, man. It'd be hard to part with that. That's my plaque for being a good driver. Mole. Yeah, the mole is really good. As far as mole sauces go, my favorite is Starless. Thank you, Brie, for reminding me. Starless is my favorite mole. It's incredible. It's from Herberry Farm. Just an Just make cologne out of it. It's just so good. It's a great mole sauce. Serious. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, serious question. Okay, I'll read that question. So, back in the early days, I'd see serious question. I would just read it before thinking it. I read it in my head first. Okay, Steve Ali says, serious question. Are these crazy challenges, aren't they, affecting your health? Probably, but not like you might think. It's in a very, very positive way. It's affecting my health. UK Chili Queen, shut up. Hi, girl. Love you a lot. Miss you guys. Yeah, listen, there's more vitamin C in any pepper than there is in 3 Florida oranges. So it's great for your immune system. It's a great fat burner, boosts it does everything for you. There's so many benefits. They're some of the most cutting edge technology they're using right now in cancer research is with capsaicin. They've already determined that capsaicin and cancer can't live in the same place, but it's distributing it to the source, and that's what they're kind of working with. But no, it hasn't. Listen, I've been sick once, I think, in 5 years. You know, how many times have you been sick in the last 5 years? I think it's not like if you read all the stuff people say about it, it's people that don't understand it. 4.5 tubes. That was nuts. Yeah, 4.5 tubes. And you know what? UK Chicken, we were just talking about the 10 tube challenge. She polished off 10 tubes. It was nuts. Dustin and Roger both polished off 10 tubes. It's crazy. What's my favorite challenge so far? I don't know. I think I really, really enjoyed yeah, I'm delayed here. I'm sorry, it's lagged and it's being notified. I really like the skydive videos a lot. They were really fun. Mostly because I'm not a skydiver, you know. It's not my cup of tea. So that was fun. I'm gonna do that one again, another one. I'll probably do a bunch of them, you know. But Heath Pepper Andrews question: how are we gonna get venison jerky to Australia? Where there's a will, there's a way. Make that happen. Landon, if I'm really lagging and you haven't caught up to questions or I'm answering them off, I apologize. But Landon Foreman says, start off eating with Tabasco sauce, now eating Reapers. Does my heart good to hear that. Tons of vitamin C. Very good for you. Gordon Zola, greetings from Germany. How cool. So, some of the freshest Reapers I ever got were sent to me from Germany, believe it or not. Yeah, those tubes are awful. I'll never forget it. Bad, bad, bad. Host of the Nightmare says the skydive was wicked. Yeah, here's the deal. I'm not like I said earlier, I'm not a skydiver, so that was like so far out of my comfort zone. I would want to do it in one take. Good question. Jack Seller says, who do you think would win in a fight? Muhammad Ali in his prime or Mike Tyson in his prime? Man, I don't even know. I don't know. He punched, Tyson just punched so hard. I don't care what shape you're in. If you get a good one in the body, you're gonna feel that for, a decade or so. I don't know. I knew Ali. I have some pictures of me with him. I have a picture of him holding my oldest son, who's now 23, holding my oldest son when he was this big. Picture of Ali holding my son like that. Incredible. But he was a good dude. I have some great Ali stories I should tell sometime. The best thing, Tim says, Johnny League of Fire projected me to finish last with only 3 tubes. Yeah, that was tough, man. I was proud of you. We pushed ourselves. That was tough. UK Chili Queen says, can't wait to see you and Bree and Oz together. I'm coming for a visit. You better. Cannot wait. The thing that was crazy about that event, Tim, is that on any big event, like anything, on any given day, anything can happen. You know what I mean? It's the truth. So you train really well and something weird. You have an off day, somebody has a good day. It's kind of the way it works. Tyson said Ali would win. Wow. That says Tyson being a solid cat. I don't know, man. Tyson punch holes through people. I mean, that was Johnny Jr. saying that. I do have some funny Ali stories. One is a little off color, but he told it. And I just don't want to, probably better not tell it. Funny guy, though. His favorite joke was, what do you say to a one-legged hitchhiker? Hop in. That was his favorite joke. I'm serious. He told it to me 3 times. Uh, man, I want to see the Bengals with Hot Sauce Chunky Tip. I'm not sure they will, but I'd like to see the Bengals win. Jeremy, good to see you, bro. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Good to see you, dude. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good Ollie story I can tell you. Just kind of a crazy guy. First time I met him, we were in a hotel in Utah, and he comes in. I was nervous to meet the guy because he's Muhammad Ali. He's just bigger than life. There was one period of time. There was a time where Muhammad Ali was the most recognized name on the planet. It's true. So I was with Tommy. Tommy and I were in this hotel in Utah, waiting to meet him for the first time, and he walks in. He's carrying a doctor's bag, a black doctor's bag. He walks in, and I can't remember who was there with him, but somebody said, "Hey, champ, what's in the doctor's bag?" And when he got the Parkinson's, when it really started to affect him, he if you were with him alone or with a small group of people at dinner or something, he'd relax more and he'd move his mouth more. But there were a lot of people around and cameras. He got nervous, and when he would talk, he really wouldn't move his mouth much. So if you were trying to read lips, you were a bit of a jam with him. But they said, he goes, Ali, what's in the bag? He goes, 10 pounds. He goes, 10 pounds. He goes, yep, I used to carry 5 pounds. Stops my hands from trembling. He said, but the trembling got worse. So put 5 more pounds in. Just a really good dude. Uh, Dennis Henderson says, ever wanted to try the Hotel Matuka pizza challenge? Piqued my interest. I don't know what that is. I think I need to look at it. I read it, 31,500,000 Americans. 31,500,000 Americans have a bet on the Super Bowl. And I don't mean a bet with buddies at work. I mean a bet. You placed a bet with a professional service. Is that mind-boggling? I bet on me. I don't bet on games like that. Yeah, jalapeno bark is awesome. I went through it very quickly. Grizzly Heat Griffin, just in time. Great taste, for real. It's a delicious. Chili Nipper's watching. Little one. Chili Nipper. Man, when I get there, she's nervous. She's going to hide. I may know exactly where she's going to hide. She doesn't think I do. All right. So listen, the reason I kind of decided not to do the auction thing is that there's apparently it's glitching a lot. $1,000 to finish a pizza. Hang on a minute. Is it hot or is it just the size of a sewer cup? Is it a spicy challenge or just monstrous in size? Because here's the deal: I can't really eat a lot. I'm not a volume dude, unless it's peppers. If it's peppers, I'm a volume guy. Big smiles. Bet my smile's bigger. What do you think, Arch? Yeah, Chili Queen. She's not from around here. I think she's an alien. If you've ever, here's the thing: people that have eaten, people that have eaten a Reaper will watch her and have a different kind of respect for what she does. Here's one thing about that: I can eat a lot of peppers. Got a pretty decent tolerance, kind of known for it. I can eat a Reaper and talk and everything's fine, but I eat 20, I got snot coming out my face. I'm disgusting. I'm breathing like I got a problem. I'm making sounds that no like people should listen to. She sits there like a gown, doesn't even get out of breath. Just sits there with thought. She goes somewhere. I don't know which one it was. Was it in San Francisco or I can't remember. It was either in San Francisco or Belgium. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember where it was? I turned to look at you, Shana. I said, "Where are you right now?" Like, I'm sitting right here eating a pepper steak next to you. You're not. You're somewhere else. I don't know where that was. It was either Belgium or maybe San Francisco. But crazy. She brings like class to a disgusting sport. I mean, what's class? I mean, it's like it's an ugly sport eating peppers. I mean, if you've ever been to like a pepper eating contest, it's funny to sit in front and watch everybody eat peppers. But if you walk behind and see what happens after everybody walks off the stage, she's still just like you're like alien. That's all. It's the most Reapers I've eaten at one time. Believe it or not, I think only like 25. I ate 30 or 40 7-pot primos, which are pretty similar. I don't know. I've never come close to eating 105. I mean, that's just absurd. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. When I heard it, I was like, nah, it was Belgium. Johnny Jr. says, I believe it was Belgium. I saw that stone cold gaze. It's weird, man. I've eaten peppers with a lot of people, and I've never seen anybody that just kind of gets in the zone like that. My aftermath video. You know what, Deshaun? Did you leave that comment? Somebody left a comment, and I actually took a screenshot of it. Maybe it was you. Pretty interesting comment. No, somebody else watched that video yesterday. The aftermath video when I was in Belgium, walking down that hallway. Someone left a comment on that. Listen to this. It's probably the most alive he feels is when he's in pain. I read that like 5 times before I could think of something to say back to it. Spot on. Yeah. Boy, that thing was really weird. I was freezing my tail off after I had shivers like I was in an ice box. Roger Trier, look at that. Hot dang show. Thank you for joining us, man. First time I've seen your check mark. I have to say, you look awfully mighty fine with that check mark, young man. Hey, good night, Gina. We love you. Tell Paul I said hi. Uh, talking about you earlier, Roger. I think his ears were burning, and that's why he hopped over. We were talking about the 10 tube challenge, the spoonful of nuts. Awful. Very, very tough challenge. Remember that? Saying couldn't believe that we got the way I said today, brought you up. I said I was sort of surprised, honestly stunned, that they could find 8 people anywhere that would be willing to even try that. But the fact that 4 people finished 10 tubes is like honestly when we first rolled out the tube of terror, it was 3 years ago or so, 3.5 years ago, 4 years. When we rolled that out, um, you think if we said to you, "Hey, there's going to be a contest in a year or two, 4 people going to eat 10 of these tubes back to back," you think anybody would believe that? And I don't think so. That's crazy. Kevin Green says, "Hey, bud, you need to try Cheetos Mac or yeah, mac and cheese, flaming hot, legit." Here's the thing about that, man. If they could just make those without the ridiculous, you know, radioactive color, I think I'd be more likely to eat it. I really, I've grown to have such a disdain for that. I hate it. And it's just like the funny thing about it is there was really I don't even know if it'd be different if that color affected the flavor. Here I go again. Every time we bring it up, I go into the same rant. I sound like my father. My dad's looking down, laughing at me. Man, oh man. Paul, good to see you, man. Grizzly Heat says Tube Terror is still one of the most gnarly challenges out there. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I've done this probably at least 3 or 4 times. You want to have fun sometime. I mean this. This is really a good time. Go to YouTube, just type in Tube of Terror fail or Tube of Terror gone wrong. And I promise you, you can see hours and hours of people just making tough decisions, that they aren't ready for it is the thing. They aren't ready for it. They try something they're not ready for. And if you're not ready for the Tube of Terror, it's going to let you know. Too sweet, man. Some pretty interesting ones, though. One person ate 2 peanuts. I'm just like, they ate 2 peanuts and it looks fine. I just took the gloves off. Said, I'm fine. I'm done. Anyway, find the bayou. Try to drink a bottle of Zatarain's crab boil. That would be a challenge. I don't think it's that hot. I think I'd probably do that without too much trouble. To be honest with you. Love the variety in your show. Thank you. Keyhole resin. Keyhole resin. Keyhole resin. Uh, we're talking about variety. Very, very soon, you're going to see some very interesting things um, as far as variety. You know, done 3,000 videos. I'm interested in doing some, not really changing what I do, but changing where I do it and how I do it, who I do it with. So pretty soon, like in Australia, within an hour's drive from where I'm going to be living, there's a half a dozen amazing places to shoot content that's just insane. So do some good stuff. Like, I miss being in Reno, shooting videos in the park. You know what I mean? And I had fun there, man. In the river, I did a TINC video in the river. Like jumped in the river, did the TINC video. That was really fun. If any of you guys around when I would do the late night snack time in the park, in the zoo at like late, some of the craziest stuff. It was really weird though. It was a dangerous city, but it was my kind of dangerous. I understood that. The vibe kind of matched mine. Because I've been in other cities where they're dangerous, and for some reason my vibe isn't the same as their vibe. It doesn't feel safe. Never felt unsafe. The night that there was gunfire, just for a minute, I felt unsafe. But apart from that, oh, so the neighbor says I've done it. 2021 one chip challenge. And the DeathNet 2.0 waiting for my friend to hit 350 followers. We're going to do it on a live stream. Man, that's a good challenge. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you haven't tried the solar flare yet, that's a great challenge. There's nothing, there's no crystals in there, so it's manageable. And the taste changes. Each flavor profile is so dramatically different than the previous one. It's a very, very tasty challenge. Fire in the Bible. I've been challenged to drink like a gallon of Tabasco and things like that. Maybe I'll do something crazy like that. No. I never say never anymore, you know what I mean? Big Al and College Boy is not here. Or are we retiring? No. Listen, they're my guys. We look all. This is the truth. I'm going to stop saying in the morning we're going to try to make a video today because we try the last 3 weeks have been like the pace that we're working at. It's not just the workload; it's the pace. It's just a lot. There's no downtime. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: we have deadlines. We're trying to meet deadlines. It's ridiculous to stop and say, "Hey, we're going to stop," because here's the thing: it's a half hour. You know what I mean? 5 to 10 minutes to set up, get everything ready, shoot the video. It's only 10 minutes. We're done. Upload the video. I can get back to work. It's still going to gobble up a half hour for three of us. It's, as busy as you are, it's tough. But we still have the can of haggis. I think I've got Mr. David Foy this close to being willing to prepare it for us. Good question, Tim. You know what? Here's the thing. The last time I did, Tim asked why I haven't done the one chip challenge the last couple of years. You know what? I don't know. I just didn't do it. I don't know. I did the first time. Someone donated it. I have no problem spending money on product. I promise you I don't. But someone donated, I don't, 20 of them? You don't remember how much they were, but here's the problem with a challenge like that. If I sit down and eat 50 of them, that's a super expensive challenge. Not that the money's that big a deal, but I'm sure it's probably the factor. Because 2 years ago, I wasn't making the money I'm making now. Daryl Wetherell, close to the Australia. There Monday. They've announced that Australia borders will be open to normal travelers on the 22nd of this month. No problem. 22nd of this month, they're opening to regular travelers. It hasn't been. So I'm going to Monday. I have a travel agent. I'll book my flight Monday. I won't be announcing when my flight is. You'll know. You'll turn the video on one day and be in a different place. Brie next thing. Exciting. Keith, Lego. I worked with a guy who chugged a half a gallon of Frank's Red Hot for $3. Listen, I jumped out of a plane, ate 10 Reapers for nothing. Kodak Courage, they used to call it. Now Kodak is a thing of the past. That's what we used to call it. I used to carry a camera when I go skiing. No film in it. Just at the end of the last run of the night, you pull a camera out. Hey, I got to do something. Do a backflip. I got a camera. A guy outside, last run of the day, had a couple of drinks. Someone pulls out a camera. You do some crazy stuff. I love Tabasco. It's my gateway sauce. First sauce that I got into. Love you too, dude. Have a good night. Thank you, Grizzly Heat. I appreciate that. Appreciate the prayers. Fire in the Bayou. Plan on opening more businesses? I would work for you. Nobody ever works for me. They work with me. But might be. Maybe. Some things you have to keep some cards close to my chest, but you'll see some things coming. Here's the funny thing. You're laughing at Kodak Courage, Grizzly. But you say that to some people, and they're like, Kodak, what's that? For real. Man, I'll tell you what. I remember when, cassettes were great. 8-track, listen, I was so old, I remember 8-tracks. Cassettes came out. Cassettes were so cool. Now there are kids that go, cassette. Kids that don't even know what a CD is. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up, you guys. We've been on for quite a while. The connection was horrible. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow, and hopefully maybe we'll get a better connection. And I've got 5 really cool things that will end up in the hands of somebody that needs it and wants it. We'll do that. Any last questions? Anybody have? Hope Myers, Johnny, it's me. Hope. Clint's kid. I hope. Very good to see you. Hope's watching from New Zealand, where I really love New Zealand. New Zealand is such a beautiful place. That's the first trip that I canceled that Bree and I were going to be meeting up with was in New Zealand. I'll be back there again though, Hope. I promise. I miss you guys. I'm not sure if I'm seeing these. See, I'm just seeing that message right now. It may have been on the screen for like 15 minutes. But I'm only seeing it now. So, Deshaun Kelly, have a good night, man. It was very sweet. And you know, it didn't have that. I was trying to figure out how to say it earlier. I don't know. There's a sugar sweet, and then there's a different kind of sweet. It didn't have a sugar sweet to it. It had, I don't know, like a nectar sweet. It just it didn't. It was sweet, but I can't describe it. Very, very nice. I liked it a lot. Good heat. I first listened to Juice Priest on an 8-track. First thing I ever listened to on an 8-track was Beatles, Revolver. So I signed my Two of Terror. Signed a bunch. Hopefully you got one signed. I did sign a bunch. I signed a bunch of, you know what I'm going to do this week? I might take 2 full days and do nothing but for 2 days. I think that's why I didn't taste sugary. It had that honey flavor. Um, I'm going to take a couple out, 2 days straight. I'll just sign the pouches of hot sauce. No, so I won't sign tubes of terror though, because I made a deal with everybody that the last ones I did were gonna be the last tubes of terror that I signed before I leave, and I won't go back on what I told those people. But I will sign 6 hot balls. I'll sign blazing food stuff, so you guys can have some. Later, Paul. Keep rocking on guitar. Yeah, I'm working on it. Kind of a hack at guitar. Here's the funny thing. I'm about ready to do my first guitar review ever. All right, that's a weird thing because I don't do guitar reviews. Not that good a guitarist. It's the truth. I'm not lying to you. You guys hear me? Um, I think that there are some people, I'm going to say this when I do the video, but I think there are some people that were born to play guitar. There's a 7-year-old girl in Japan. You should hear her. There are people that were born to play guitar. I was not. I was probably born to eat peppers. I was not born to play guitar. That said, I get so much joy out of guitar, it's not funny. So I do, makes me happy. So I'm going to do a review of that guitar I got pretty soon. You know what's weird is I don't do videos with, I don't edit anything. I do one take. Imagine that. It took me 6 weeks to film a 20-minute video. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up here. I want to thank all of you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that the connection was shoddy. We'll go live tomorrow and try to do it again. But know how much I appreciate and love you guys a lot. I really do. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. We're going to wrap it up. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Taste the Heat.